Our priority now is railways. We're investing in high-speed rail network. And that's really key for decarbonization, for competitiveness. And that's where our priority comes in. Of course, we welcome the initiative to connect to connect Basra and the countries in the region all the way to London through high-speed rail network, but also through highways. So hopefully the so-called, this development project will obviously be realized, and it will have a stronger connectivity between Turkey and Arab world. We've also invested heavily in airports. Almost every single province now has an airport. So again, the need for investment in airports has diminished. I would like to spend a couple of minutes on structural industrial transformation. If you look at manufacturing value add as a percent of GDP and compare that with per capita GDP, Turkey is actually pretty ahead of many of its peers and some of the developed countries. So why aren't we richer than them? Well, because we still need to improve Turkey's position in global value chain. You see, that's why Economic Complexity Index, we've made progress between 2000 and 2010, and then the progress slowed. So that's where we are going to focus when we talk about industrial transformation. In Green Complexity Index, by the way, this is a study done by scholars from University of Oxford, Cambridge, and LSE. And they conclude that while China is #1 biggest potential in green complexity, that Turkey is #6 in the world. So there's huge upside there, not only to green Turkey, but also to help the world get greener. We could do that. The banking sector was well covered, so I'm not going to cover it again. If you look at global growth on a 5-year basis, this is World Economic Outlook by IMF, we are experiencing, or we are expected to experience, the slowest 5-year growth in over 30 years. Why? Well, a couple of factors. Fragmentation. You see, it reduces global growth. This is fragmentation. Public debt overhang, global indebtedness. These reduce global growth. So what are the key drivers of global growth going forward? Well, one of them is artificial intelligence, the adoption of AI. The second one, of course, the key one, will be structural reforms. So where does Turkey stand on this? First of all, unlike most other countries, our working age population is growing. Of course, in Arab world, is growing faster. So that's a great asset. But we need to provide jobs and quality jobs. So, but working age population growth compared to similar countries, Turkey still has, a decade or two window of opportunity to deliver strong growth. Secondly, we are actually one of the core tenet of our program, or component of our program, pillar of our program, is structural transformation. So we are investing in human capital, reskilling, upskilling. We are in the process of improving investment climate, deepening capital markets, of course, public finance reform, green and digital transformation. Because this is the key to productivity. And remember, productivity is the main driver of lasting prosperity. Productivity is a byproduct of investments, but also competition. When you have free trade agreements, there is competition. That leads to higher productivity and higher innovation. When you look at one of the factors that holds global growth back is high global indebtedness. If you look at Turkey, including household debt, corporate debt, and government debt, all debt, Turkey's debt to GDP ratio is only 109%, compared to emerging market average of 257 and world average of over 330%. So as you can see, when you take a structural perspective on Turkey, as you can see, there are many structural drivers of growth that are in favor of sustaining strong growth. And that's why you should be here. Another one is AI preparedness. We look at, obviously, 5 factors here. And Turkey, again, is ahead of emerging market averages. Of course, there are countries that are better than us, but we are ahead of emerging markets. So we're going to continue to invest in this area. Finally, fragmentation. There is trade fragmentation. Excuse me. So when we look at the world today, there is friendshoring and nearshoring. That's okay. Friendshoring is becoming a new trend, as you can see. So friendshoring, if it is a new trend, we have an advantage. Because we are friends with the Arab world, and we are near. We are friends with Europe, even though we may have political disagreements, but with Europe we are friends because of customs union, because of association agreement, because of EU candidacy. It's a rule-based. We are friends with North Africa. We are near North Africa. We are friends with Central Asia. As you can see, when you take our neighborhood, we are friends and we are near. So we benefit from nearshoring and friendshoring. So that's another reason why you should be invested in Turkey. I know it was a long presentation, but I wanted to cover all the ground. Once again, I'm delighted to be here with you today. I hope you have a productive 2 days here. But also, please don't forget to spare some time to enjoy Istanbul. It's a beautiful city, and it's spring. It may be cloudy, but it's warm. And you are in a great venue and a great neighborhood of Istanbul. Thank you, and all the best for the conference.